Just give us a second.
I saw that mic was working, but
Yep.
still.
Yeah, we should be good.
Shalom, shalom. And somebody check this to be 100% off the shot. Right.
Yes, sir. Yeah, we got some.
All right. Shalom, shalom. We are the brothers of the Great Millstone, the branch here in Chicago. And first and foremost, we want to give all praise, glory, and honor unto
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash.
Double honors unto the apostles and the elders of the Great Millstone, and to all our fellow laborers, to the scattered, elect that are scattered among the heathen nations,
The speckled bird.
the speckled birds, and the few aquas that are listening and learning. Like the title says, division, division, division everywhere. And if we could, somebody grab that Egyptian versus the Egyptian, and was that in Mark when it talks about the house divided, and then I'm going to read this article. Go ahead, brother.
It's Isaiah chapter 19, verse 2. And I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight every one against his brother, and every one against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom.
Right, and this is something that you cannot stop. This thing is on the verge of happening. It's cracking. All right, it's no longer at the door. It's coming through the door. All right. When the breach, the door has been breached. They're coming through the door, man. This thing is happening. All right. Can we get that other scripture, Baba Kasha?
This is Mark 3 and 26. This is Mark 3 and 24. And if the kingdom, Mark 3 and 24. And if a kingdom be divided against itself, that kingdom cannot stand. And if a house be divided against itself, that house cannot stand. And if Satan rise up against himself and be divided, he cannot stand. And this division is the sign that we're actually at the end. As the next verse says, what? No man can enter into a strong man's house and spoil his goods, except he will first bind the strong man, and then he will spoil his house. So this is basically like Exodus 15:3 says, the Lord is a man of war. All right, a warrior is skilled at tactics. All right, a warrior isn't just some brute that's just strength in battle. No, you have to know tactics, take intelligence. So our Lord is wisdom, the water. So the Lord is taking this kingdom down right now with this division. This is the sign that we're at the end, man.
Right, as you're looking at the images on the screen, all right, and the crazy thing, roll it back down to the women, all right. You see the right below them, you see all the Confederate flags, but all I see is brown-skinned people being referred to as black. I am so sick of that. I don't know what to do. Mm-hmm. and how these very brown people get upset when you point out that fact. It's not a thought. It's fucking fact. Excuse my French. All right. Their berets are black. Their skin is brown. Why are you calling someone who is visibly and physically brown? There's a difference between brown and black. It's a clear difference. And I see 3 shades of brown on these very women.
Yep.
Right. And it looks like it's a man behind them. All right. So there's 4 shades of brown. Mm-hmm. All right. 4 shades of brown. Not one of them is black.
And you know what makes it even more valid? The fact that we tell you we don't like being called this, and you will still call it anyway. When any other race would say, "Don't call me hunky," or "Don't call me
yellow,"
what you call it? What's the sand nigga? Or,
hey, even look at this. It's a whole grown ass nigga man that's 50-something years old that identifies as a little fucking girl.
Yep.
All right, and they have to acknowledge that.
Right.
But when we say we not black, oh no, we gonna still call y'all black. A whole man, oh, you gotta call him or her, or this one you gotta call a he.
And being called black is extremely offensive.
That's right.
All right, especially when you understand what the word means and why it was put. It was a social construct that was put on us.
That's right.
But nevertheless, that just irritates the shit out of me because it says black separatist groups are on the rise. But nevertheless, I'd like to read this article, and I'm sure it's gonna bring out a lot of scriptures, both on the comment board and with the brothers here in the room. But let me pull up this article because I said it in the video that I did today, and someone responded. But I said how people, if we were to do the statistics on how many people have heart attacks in 2019, how many people have, and 2018, 17, and on down, and if we were to do statistics on how many people died of cancer and how many people died of simple influenza, regular flu, how many people died of just people die all day, every day in America and around the world. Right? People die in America. But in the last 2 months, almost every death in America has been only COVID. Right. You don't hear about any other. It's like all of a sudden, COVID. Everyone was healed of HIV. They were healed of cancer. They were healed of all the other things that people were dying from every day, all day long, to die from COVID. And that shit just nobody gets right. It's like he got shot 10 times. It was the COVID that took over. What?
It was COVID on the bullets.
You know, they had COVID on the bullets. Exactly.
Guns don't kill people.
COVID kills people. So it's just amazing. And now, and quite frankly, even Esau is tired of this shit. And the president was against it because what is a certification of vaccination ID 2019? This was supposed to happen in 2019 and it didn't because Trump came against it. He did. All right. And then that's why the impeachment was going on with Trump. They were trying to get Trump out of the way so that they can do this. Because they set up what was it called? Event 201 or whatever. Was it Event 201, which is basically the COVID exercise in October? What was it?
It's the same one that says the COVID event in October 2019.
Yeah, was it right? I think it was called Event 201 or something like that. And basically, what was supposed to happen was it was a scenario, an event where they were doing a drill where a virus got loose and went worldwide, and they lost control over it. And then Event 201. All right. So basically, yet another drill in America turned live, just like 9/11 and many other shootings. You know, where they were supposed to be. It was an event, a practice where they were that's why the military and everybody was already there, and because they were practicing. And all of a sudden, so when they have events in America, they actually go live. It was hosted by Bill and Melinda Gates. Right. So Event 201 was hosted by Bill and Melinda Gates. So there you go. So like I said, you had, if we were to do the statistics on how people were dying of all these different things all the years before, but all of a sudden in 2020, from January or to now, almost every death in America has been only to COVID. So people stopped dying of all this other stuff that they were dying from every day, all day long.
Well, this is in 2019. What did you say?
Other heart disease, all that disappeared. Now,
yeah,
you can die from COVID-19. That's it.
Right. This is 62,000 deaths. Let's take the max, because this is between 24,000 62,000 deaths in the 2019 season for the flu. And you look at heart attacks.
The hospitalization system alone makes sense to the numbers that they have now. You can go back to the numbers about the hospitalizations. That's basically the numbers they're running at.
So look at this: is 647,000 Americans died from heart disease. That's basically every year. COVID, the total deaths worldwide is 332,000.
And they ain't locked you down, right?
Right. So more people died of the other thing.
Way more.
Worldwide
over double.
So why is COVID being put? You know why? Because it was disguised the collapse of the dollar. You got to remember, you were in the middle of a retail apocalypse, in the middle of a financial downfall. The car industries were falling, both the used and new car. Now you got a home crisis coming on now. There are so many things happening. All these nations around the world were no longer using the dollar, and plus all these celebrities got caught up
Yep.
In that
Oh,
that,
the
sex
that
scandal.
Pizzagate shit that they said was false.
Mhm.
All right.
And the Obama's administration now is but being on the salt for the Obamagate because of Biden and what he's been doing collusion. What he actually what they try to accuse Trump of, they actually did, and they try to throw it on Trump, and they got the footage and everything, and the footage been on the internet.
So there you go.
Yeah, it's,
So shut down the country and everything was to hide and protect, to protect all that.
I got this. This is Jeremiah 51:7. Babylon has been a golden cup in the Lord's hand that made all the earth drunken. And the proof that Babylon has established this new world order is every place on the planet is doing the exact same thing in exact same response to this shit, this so-called virus, with the whole mass social distancing, get the police
Look at the
oppressing the
media.
people. They come on the riot, they come out and protest, they come bring the riot over there in Chile. They're rioting that now in other different places. This is, but you got the same police with the same police forms, the helmets, badges, and shield, and they all send the same agenda, and everybody talking about trying to get a vaccine. All right, and so
And then all the medias are doing the same thing.
exactly the same
all the
rhetoric.
media across America, because they're all controlled by Amalek. All right. So now, right? How many videos you have to see? Well, they'll show you 400 or 500 different media outlets all saying the exact same thing. If you can't, if you people cannot see that this is all orchestrated and controlled, then they're getting the celebrities to chime in.
Mhm.
All right, because they're all done. There is no more Hollywood.
That's right.
All right,
So
they're done. They're finished. They got nothing else. But anyway, let me get to some of this article. Unless you got a
let's get a little bit more in the scripture. This is Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. Howl for her, take balm for her pain, and so she may be healed. We would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her and let us go, everyone into his own country. For her judgment reaches into heaven and is lifted even to the skies. So this is a perfect analogy for the Lord to use the coronavirus, which has destroyed this so-called the nation, so-called destroyed the economy, and then Babylon being healed. And he said, no, it's not going to be healed. So people think we're about to open up. People think it's going to get back to normal. How can you have normal? They say that this is the new normal, but you just said new. They just made it's not normal no more. Because if it was normal, it would have been like normal. But you say the new normal, that means shit. Everything's going to be new. So and they showed a picture of a park in San Francisco, I think. They had the circles, little circles.
Oh,
So
yeah.
the circles.
That you got to stay inside.
Does that? Let me see if I can find that. Was it San Francisco?
It reminds me
I
of
saw an
Netflix
image of that.
movie
That shit
called
was
The Circle.
retarded.
The social distancing. So they really just getting these people prepped and schooled for their utopia. They're so-called utopia.
Another way to prepare you go free CJ Raz on the bus. You just get on this shit. You don't gotta pay to prepare the people for it. Just get on. You get on, but you get the chip. Just get on. You know that. Let's prepare you for this shit.
That's a good observation there, or speak up so they can hear you on that.
No, I'm just saying, right here in Chicago, CTA, how they allow free rides on those CTA buses. Just get on and shit. So they're preparing you. When you get the chip, just get on.
You don't even have to pull out the wallet or nothing.
Right,
because you're gonna walk right past the thing and beat.
Yeah.
It's gonna scan you. Yeah, didn't even think about that. Yeah, but that was a very good
because they had said
observation.
originally that they were going to put the scanners in the back,
And they did do it. Well, you know what? That would have cost a lot of money to do that on the buses. But real quick, let me get into this article. All right, this is from the Washington Times, and because my professor actually sent this to me. But this is from the Washington Times, and it says 500 doctors tell Trump to end coronavirus shutdown. Right? It says it will cause more deaths. All right. Hundreds of doctors wrote a letter to President Trump this week asking him to end the coronavirus shutdown, saying it is a mass casualty incident spurring deaths from other factors such as substance abuse and suicide. So so the drug addictions are kicking in, the suicides are kicking in.
Domestic violence.
They're running those
At the same
commercials telling you that if you're taking painkillers to lower your consumption, they have the actual service announcements on TV saying to not mix the painkillers with the alcohol. They actually have to have a
Some people trying to check out.
Right.
because they're tired. And because I got a client, man, I don't think he's gonna make it, man. I'm trying to get every penny I can get out of him himself, man.
You gotta
Because
be brave.
I think he gonna kill himself and his wife, man. But it says a letter shared online estimates about 150,000 Americans each month that the shutdown remains in place would have had a new cancer detected. Millions of more are missing dental exams that discover problems linked to heart disease, while others are experiencing domestic violence like child abuse. Suicide hotline phone calls have increased 600%. The letter sent to the girls having cigarette sales have also gone up. And we just talked about how 680,000 people, was it 480,000 people die yearly from cigarette smokes? Wasn't that more than COVID?
Yeah. Oh, everything. Oh, everything else.
So 680,000 died from cigarette smoke, and another 50,000 from
I think to check the live stream. I think we're back on the regular live stream. I think it's back on. We're still gonna start this stuff.
Back
Yeah,
up.
we up.
Somebody stay on it so we know.
But I'm still recording.
All right. But yeah, let's start that. Let me read that article again. Shit. And anybody want to jump in with an article, just just say something.
The division all over the place to back up everything we this Bible scriptures and prophecy, man, home runs right now.
As this says, 500 doctors tell Trump to end coronavirus shutdown, say it will cause more deaths. It says hundreds of doctors wrote a letter to President Trump this week asking him to end the coronavirus shutdown, saying it is a mass casualty incident spurring deaths from other factors such as substance abuse and suicides. The letter shared online estimates about 150,000 Americans each month that shutdown remains in would have had new cancer detected. Millions more missing dental exams that could discover problems linked to heart disease, while others are experiencing domestic violence like child abuse. All right. It says the suicide hotline phone calls have increased 600%. And a letter sent to the president on Tuesday read, all notes liquor sales have increased 300 to 600%, and cigarette sales have gone up and have also gone up. And we were just talking about how 480,000 people a year die from cigarette-related illnesses. All right, and then another 50,000 die from secondhand smoke illnesses because people that smoke around their children and their family members, and they don't get no fucks about their food. And I fucking hate smoking.
They didn't ban that shit.
And they didn't lock down right because a lot of those people dying from secondhand smoke are children and things of that nature. Man.
And the major companies, the Mo Winston-Salem, Newport, and all those Lorimar companies, they go back to some of the slavery. And
same tobacco farms.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And they're you talking about they're billionaires. They're not trying to come up. They spend money. They spend millions and millions of dollars, if not billions of dollars a year, to make their billions, and lobbying and making sure that they can get to be able to continue all this
get
shit,
around
right?
stuff.
They came and lobbied they said there was no more time than his recorded history have lobbyists have been working in Congress over this COVID shit.
Oh yeah,
get all these
to get all these vaccines going,
and
because they see the money.
That's right.
Right? Just like that, there's an image of a young Bill Gates of hell saying, "Hey, let's create a computer virus,
right?
And then let's sell software, and then there's a picture of him old saying, let's create a virus for humans and then sell the vaccines."
Yeah.
So this is all about big pharma, pharmaceuticals, and nothing more, man.
That's right.
All right. That's why they're doing this, and to establish their new world order.
That's right.
But it says Dr. Simone Gold, an emergency medicine specialist, authored the letter, which was signed by more than 500 other physicians. She joined Fox News Thursday, saying that the doctors felt their knowledge and experience with patients is not being expressed to the public. All right, because all you're listening to is Fauci, who's a puppet.
The sickle
for the left-hand side, man. Right. It says, we just want America to hear the story. We feel like there's one narrative out there, and it is. Look at the media is all controlled by Amalek. All the media outlets are controlled by basically six companies, which are all controlled by Jewish people, man. All right. So you can't sit up and say that the whole nation and all people in America being represented fairly in the news, because that would be a complete bold-faced lie. All right, they're representing themselves and their agenda, and news is catered toward them, and all you got to do is watch it every day. How demeaning it is toward Jacob, and how uplifting it is toward Esau collectively, even when Esau's wrong. And when Esau gets caught doing anything extremely bad or wrong in society, there's always a counter story to come out the next day or a couple days after. And what they put Jake's face on, and they run that story for weeks at a time until people forget about what the Edomites have done. They do it every time like clockwork.
Like that Aubrey case and shit. They run the old videos and get arrested like 2000.
Yeah, for stealing in a Walmart. Nigga stole a motherfucking bag of chips from Walmart. I say, hey man, the Most High's gonna deal with you bushwhacking ass crackers, man. And harshly, man. For real, man. That's a goddamn shame. What the fuck that got to do with him running and you Edomites basically mauling them and hacking them down and shooting them?
He deserved it because he stole a bag of chips 5 years ago.
Yeah, from Walmart. He got caught shoplifting at Walmart.
Damn fucking mitigated gall of you devils.
They proud,
That's
man.
right. That's right. But this is it. Their kingdom is falling right in their face, and in the face, and it's nothing they can do. They have no might in their hand. All right. The Lord has said He's going to go. What's that? Deuteronomy 30 and 7. Someone get that real quick. All right. Because He said, well, matter of fact, I'll let the scripture speak.
I got it. This Deuteronomy 30 in verse 7. It says, and Yahweh thy power will put all of these curses upon thy enemies.
So now Esau is starting to feel what niggas been going through for a long time. Now the bill's all due now. Now they send messages like last couple of months, like we understand COVID, we'll be suspending payments for now. Everything is fine. Hope you all stay safe. It's distance, blah blah blah. Next month, oh yes, stay safe, please. We're gonna still hold your bill now. But now that they got the deadlines up, your bill is due, and if you don't pay by this time, past due payments will be charged, and you got to pay for all the months that all the services. Remember the internet came due, and that's like paid like $260 something, like $200. Yeah, they just said we didn't move that bill out the way, so now you got to pay all that back. That stimulus check ain't gonna cover the lights, the gas, the rent, the mortgage.
This is why the mental state of America is really bad right now.
Yeah.
All right. As a matter of fact, let me finish this. Just two more short paragraphs. It says, Dr. Eleanor McCants-Katz, Assistant Secretary for Mental Health and Substance Use at the Department of Health and Human Services, raised similar concern at Mr. Trump's cabinet meeting on Tuesday. She spoke about the dangers inherent to drug use during the pandemic. I believe it is important to point out that pre-pandemic, she said, we lose 120,000 lives a year to drug overdoses and suicides.
Right.
How many more are we willing to sacrifice in the name of containing the virus? So basically what she's saying, you're already losing 120,000 people, which is probably more with the when you add in the opioids, you know.
Oh man.
But she's saying you losing 120,000 a year. It's that number is probably going to be 1 million or so by the time this thing is over, because these people really are losing it, man. They are.
It's a lot. You hear about that? Jake, he cussed somebody up the shade. He said he's tired of the self-quarantine.
People start losing their mind.
People are losing it, man.
The Lord said people are going to be going out of their mind.
Well, it's going to be a time worse than any time, man.
Shit, it's more.
That's another thing.
There's 31,000 opioid deaths in 2018. That's only opioids. Now, if you go back,
right, you had the fentanyl and all the other shit, right? So yeah,
that's basically here in America. I got to pull back to America. This one, because man, that shit, man. The only people who don't see this are the wicked. You know what I'm saying? You want to hit that scripture?
Oh yeah. That's the scripture there. Deuteronomy 30.
Yeah.
And 7.
Yeah, that's in the part.
It says, and Yahweh thy power
Evil to himself.
will put all these curses upon thy enemies and on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee. Right.
So now the Most High is putting the opioids. We had the crack epidemic. Now you got the opioid epidemic. All right. You had
and fentanyl.
Fentanyl, that's right.
Right.
Fentanyl
so
too.
all
Meth.
Meth
and all,
yeah. Those are plaguing Edomites.
Yeah, man, heavy. Not to mention cocaine and the rest of the Xanax. Matter of fact, Xanax and all them other pills. Y'all can remember the two girls? What's the one girl we was downtown and she kept on with the pills. She had to call the pill guy to come get us some pills. And all she did was get. I mean, these motherfuckers, they all got medic. All of them medic.
I know. I had one in the back of my car. I had one in the back of my car do the same thing. She actually ordered, and they gave her a 90-day supply.
Yeah.
So and they don't do that for Jake. They only give Jake 30 days.
I got precept.
All right, go ahead, brother.
It's Lamentations 1:21. They have heard that I sighed. There is none to comfort me. All my enemies have heard of my trouble.
right.
They are glad that thou hast done it.
That's right.
That thou will bring the day that thou hast called, and they shall be like unto me. Let all their wickedness
Excuse me.
come
What did they be like? Who?
be like unto me.
Excuse me.
Like unto me.
So wait a minute. We've been in the ghetto. They gonna be in the ghetto. We've been living in squalor. They gonna be they gonna be being worse than squalor. They gonna be living in pits, man. All of them get a goddamn pit. The pits with goddamn it bugs and all kind of shit, lice and bed bugs and all that shit. We're gonna keep a fresh supply.
Since,
All right.
since they like to build house, they gonna share 200 of them in the pit.
That's right. Right. They gonna like on slave ships, man. Now, you all don't know what we've been through as a people in the nation, and the Most High is gonna read it one more time.
Khan says,
I love that.
it's Lamentation 1:21. They have heard that I sighed. There is none to comfort me. All my enemies have heard of my trouble.
They don't give a fuck about us saying we're black. We're not black Hebrew Israelites. We're Israelites. They don't care that we say we don't want to take the vaccine. They don't care we don't say we're not going to take the microchip. That's what they're going to push, and they're going to do it. And they don't care what we say. Go ahead.
But you're supposed to love them, though. But
That's
you
right.
feel the same way. That's the problem.
That's right. But it's like then they talk about forced vaccination. They said there's one dude. I don't know. I got to pull out the video. One dude said there's one dude said forced vac that no one has the right to say no to forced vaccination.
Yeah.
Alan Dershowitz.
We gotta pull that video.
Yeah, that fake Jew.
So it says, they are glad that thou hast done it. Thou will bring the day that thou hast called, and they should be like unto me. Let all their wickedness come before thee, and do unto them as thou hast done unto me. For all my transgressions, for my sides are many, and my heart is faithful. So you're gonna get double all the shit you put us through.
That's right.
You know, in the kingdom of heaven, man.
I got one more. This is we got to talk about it.
This is Zechariah 14:12. And this shall be the plague where Yahweh will smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem. Okay, this is coming down to and you eventually go to the nuclear missile. Okay, you built these things thinking that they're gonna be your defense, but they're gonna be your destruction.
These space cars.
You know what, Pop? Just like how Esau went out and emptied out all the gun stores. What they don't realize is that there's gonna be race riots and they're gonna kill a lot of 2/3 because 2/3 is already marked for death. All right, the elected are gonna be fine through this. But what they don't realize is that a lot of those guns are gonna be used against them. They're gonna kill a lot of their own people because as society begins to fail, they're gonna prey on the people that's closest to them.
All
the people, right? So you so worried about niggas coming from the hood, you're gonna have to worry about Billy Bob on the farm next door.
Alex Jones said he
Alex
already visualized doing it to his neighbors.
Exactly. Alex Jones already said he's gonna kill his neighbors and feed them to his children.
That's the next verse. 13. And it shall come to pass in that day that a great turmoil from the Yahweh shall be among them, and they shall lay hold every one on the hand of his neighbor, and his hand shall rise up against the hand of his neighbor.
Right. And you know what? I just rewatched that movie, The Domestics, man. That shit is heavy. Right. And there's a scene in there when the guy tells that guy in his kitchen that he said, mock no words, man. I will kill you and your wife, and I will feed you to my children. Well, he said, maybe I'll just bleed you. All right. And exactly. He said, this is what he said, I'll bleed you and drain you and feed you to my children. Or maybe I'll just bleed you and keep her. You know, that shit was crazy, man.
Right.
He told him that on platform, Salaki. Remember that part when he said, I don't know why you saving food for him, because I'm going to cut that shit out of his belly and I'm going to eat.
Damn.
Yeah. He said, I don't know why you saving it, because remember when they was trying to ration out the food when they got the black nigga with him?
Right.
He said, the little group he looked up, he said, I don't know why you rationing out that food.
Because when you go down there, I'm gonna cut that shit out of his belly and I'm gonna eat it.
Damn.
He looked at him and he was waiting. And he was just sitting over there.
Waiting for the eat.
Yeah, he was waiting for that shit to go down. I said, yeah, let him eat. Let him fill it up. Hey, this is
That was it.
Damn, man.
No, I had.
Got another one.
Yeah, this is 2nd Ezra 15 and 19. A man should have no pity upon his neighbor,
Perfect.
but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of lack of bread.
That's right.
And for great
Hey,
tribulation.
Don't close.
I was driving,
321.
and I was driving out to Norway, Illinois, where the meat little spot is, where you get you some fresh elk and venison and so forth from Buffalo, and by Norway, Illinois, by the resort, right down the street from the gas station. And all through there, you see from all that torrential rains we've had the last couple of days, man, you see a whole bunch of farmland flooded too. Not as bad as it was last year, because it came so hard last year, it was devastating. But it's still hitting pockets. But they still haven't recovered from last year.
Yeah.
Well, I saw something on TV where they were showing the field that was just all water, and they were like, "That's a shame because it was freshly planted corn."
Yeah. So we already we already know that there's a food shortage, and you know what? And I've been seeing the people line up at the missions and at the food banks all over the place, man.
Man, that's right. It's a
No, right around the corner from my house, 2 blocks over. Every Thursday they give out food, but it's 2 city blocks. That damn line right 2 blocks over my street. All like you see the black lines in front of my house. That shit go all.
I was wondering, I was like,
yeah.
they got these. There's somebody was practicing
Man.
distance over here.
They
That's all they got.
doing it Tuesdays over there down the street where that old Saver lot is that they done closed it down.
79.
On 79. And they got that one jammed up on Tuesdays. Yeah, they closed down the Saver lot over there on 79th and Austin. But they got that so jammed up now on Tuesdays that it's crazy, man. You think it's rush hour. Motherfucker trying to come home with some shit the way it be jammed up.
And see, when I'm looking at this screen, man, that's a strategic hit from on high.
That's
man.
right.
That's a strategic hit, man. The Lord know how to put it on you, man.
Man, it's been.
Can I hit this verse 13 real quick?
2nd Ezra 15 said 13. Yeah, it said 2nd Ezra 15 and 13. They that till the ground shall mourn, for their seed shall fail through the blasting and hail, and with a fearful constellation.
Well, there you go. Shit, y'all getting fucked up, man.
That's it.
Planes.
You got them big ass, fat ass locusts tearing up here.
The locusts in the Middle from Eastern Africa went to the so-called Middle East. And then these locusts hit at the same time. You got big ass hailstorms in Mexico.
That's what I was putting in.
Soccer ball hailstorms.
Yeah, and the fact that the hurricane season is starting early.
Oh, yeah.
Talking about that when I was in
So
Florida. I almost got stuck.
What you got, Doc?
I'm going to the couple of
Go ahead.
Your point.
It's 11, 2 and 11. Mine eyes do fail with tears, my bowels are troubled. My labor is poured upon the earth for the destruction of the daughter of my people, because the children of the sucklings swoon in the streets of the city. They say to their mothers, where's corn and wine? When they swooned as the wounded in the streets of the city, their soul was poured out into their mother's bosom, man. That's what you're going to see, man. Everybody going to start asking, like, hey, where's the food, mom? You know? Hey.
Then mom gonna say you are the food.
Oh, you got this?
Right over your head, man.
That's right.
You know, you crying for these little demons, man. You know, these women gave birth to all these monsters, like the scripture said. And pretty soon they're gonna be eating these little monsters. Right? Some of these little monsters gonna eat you.
Yep.
Exactly.
Lamentations 4 and 9. They that be slain with the sword are better than they that be slain with hunger.
That's what I was just about to get.
Right. You know, and like, you know, you got a lot of people that's popping out infants and babies around this time. And this is a fucked up time to be bringing children into the world. It really is, man. And especially if you don't have the covenant of the Lord, man. You fuck, man. When I see a pregnant woman that's in the world, it's like, damn, your baby's gonna be food. Or you probably gonna eat your own child.
For these fighting away stricken through for want of the fruits of the field. The hands of so it takes a physical toll and a mental toll too, man. The hands of the pitiful women have sodden their own children.
Sodden, that means in a pot, cooking, with throwing salt and pepper in that shit, red pepper and scallions right over your damn little
Damn,
pepper. Right. Lemon pepper and mild sauce.
That's it. That's how you like it.
They were their meat in the destruction of the daughter of my people. So when Jacob's trouble come in, what that mean, man? People gonna be eating their children. Hey, but you know what's so cold about it this time too? Hey, Deuteronomy 30 and 7. And you see this gonna be they fucking people too, man.
That's right.
That's right.
And each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, you better believe, man. A bunch of these Confederate militia guys gonna have Jakes chained up in the basement, just like in that movie, the Road.
Yeah.
Right. Or what was that movie, The Bad Batch? How they would cut off one limb and sit that shit with a hot iron and come back and they until they finish you off. They right, exactly.
Untainted. Right. He did it on the platform. He tried to make him eat himself just because he liked him a little bit. He's like, don't be proud. Remember, he woke up.
Yeah.
He said, no, this has to happen. One of the 134. You're a lot stronger than me. I'm a lot older than you. He said, in 2 weeks, you might like me now, but in 2 weeks, you won't.
Right.
Don't be proud. He did other cut. He giving him himself and shit.
That's in the scriptures, bro.
Demon, man.
It's just snack on
the arm.
Yeah, the snack.
I got.
No, you got it. I ain't found that shit.
This is 2 Kings 6 and 28. And the king said unto her, what aileth thee? And she answered, this woman said unto me, give thy son, that we may eat him today, and we will eat my son tomorrow.
So that means at that point, they said, fuck the laws.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
At that point, because, one thing you're not supposed to do is deal with blood, especially the blood of your own flesh, man.
That's right.
All right. So basically at this point, thou shalt not murder. They just would like screw the laws. I'm eating this little badass kid, man.
That's it. Verse 29. So we boiled my son, and take that into contrast. What type of situation you got to be in to boil your own son?
Which means you if you killed him before you did it. So you had to put your son to death, and then you had to put his body in a pot. That's one wicked ass woman.
Screaming everything.
Or two wicked ass. Well, I'm gonna assume she killed him first. I think, damn, were you that unmerciful that you just put him in the pot without even killing him?
Shit, I'd be surprised why they do
these
fucking
niggas,
lobsters and shit.
Right.
Every damn day you go on Instagram, there's some bitch doing a lobster, crab, boil.
It's terrible.
Bitch,
What we just talking about? He did a lesson about it, man.
It's fucking
Shit,
terrible.
a couple years ago, they put a whole baby in the microwave and killed them.
Oh, yeah, they put it in the freezer, put it in the oven, they do all that shit, man. Hey, one Edomite bitch just tried to, I think she Edomite, she just tried to kill her two daughters and drown them in the tub, and she fucked up way to die. And she was like, look, I'm a terrible mother, I can't help, I don't know what to, like, she lose, she don't know what to do right now. She just tried to kill their ass, man.
Yeah, the nigga wanted to put them little boys are like 4 and 6. I think it was down there in Atlanta a couple years ago. She put them in the fucking oven, man. Yeah. She balled it after man.
It's coming back. It's coming back, and it's gonna come back in a big way. Thus saith the Lord. The Lord said you're gonna matter of fact, I'll pull it up on the screen. You're gonna snatch them. No, I ain't got it. He said the love of many shall wax cold, man. So he said people should be evil and hateful toward one another. All right.
Yeah, brother. That one in Romans too, when he said he give them over to that spirit. He's gonna give you over to that spirit too, man.
Hey, it's a judgment. Hey, this is Isaiah 49, because you gotta remember. Well, of course you better know. You gotta remember the Lord controls everything, including your thoughts. What's the Isaiah 66 and 4?
Yeah.
So, kind of Lord, so I will choose your delusions.
That's right. Choose.
It's Isaiah 49, 25. But thus saith Yahweh, even the captives of the mighty shall be taken away, and the prayer of the terrible shall be delivered. I will contend with him that's contending with thee, and I will save thy children. This is our salvation coming, right? And I will feed them that oppress thee with their own flesh, and they shall be spirit. And I will feed them and oppress thee with their own flesh, and they shall be drunken with their own blood, as with sweet wine. And all flesh shall know that I, Yahweh, am thy Savior, and thy Redeemer, the mighty one of Jacob. So the Lord is going to handle heathens. For one, the scriptures manifolds. You know, you're going to be fucking each other up. Egyptian versus Egyptian, but the Lord's going to make you eat your own flesh, man.
That's right.
You're going to drink your own fucking blood to survive, man.
That's right.
All right? And the Lord is going to show that he's dealing with us, the Israelites, man.
Yeah,
That's
Master
right.
Bitch is gonna be keeping a period blood and drinking.
Oh.
So yeah, it's gonna get crazy out here, man.
Yeah, people go to drinking their own piss.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's right.
Hey, matter of fact, a pregnant woman is gonna be or a woman who's with child.
That's a two for one.
Because that's a two for one, but a lot of people gonna keep a pregnant woman alive or feed her, and then they're gonna drink her damn breast milk. So they're gonna use her. They should that movie The Hills Have Eyes.
Mad Max.
The cannibal dude came out of it. Yeah, Mad Max. He was drinking breast milk.
Yeah.
Yep. They were drinking. They were marketing. They were giving breast milk.
That's gonna be a
They had all
commodity.
these women, all these big breasted women who had children, and they had them all on these machines where they were just pumping their breasts, and then they were giving the breast to.
Oh yeah.
That's gonna be a delicacy.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Big bitches didn't want to go ahead and breastfeed before. Now they're gonna have no choice but to
Right now
breastfeed.
you're gonna have to breastfeed grown men.
Uh-huh.
Right. Right. Who gonna also be humping the shit out you too.
That's right. That's right.
All right.
This is Isaiah 9:19. Through the wrath of the Lord of hosts is the land darkened, and the people shall be as the fuel of the fire. No man shall spare his brother. That goes to that hatred, that brother versus brother, Egyptian versus Egyptian, cousin versus cousin, nation versus nation, everybody versus everybody, man. All right. He shall snatch on the right hand and be hungry, and he shall eat on the left hand, and they shall not be satisfied. They shall eat every man the flesh of his own arm. It's gonna get so bad after you eat Dashiki and Ray Ray and Dashanda, you still gonna get hungry, and you still ain't gonna have shit to eat. And guess what? Now you're gonna be like, God damn, you gonna eat on one hand. All right.
They got a Patreon commercial spoofing that where he says, "What am I supposed to do? Eat my arm?"
Right.
Because basically, this is when it all else fails, these people are gonna have no resort. But
You know where that commercial is?
Left arm.
I tried looking for it, but it only comes up when you trying to use some shit.
Because you going to hallucination, so your arm gonna be look. Other people look like food.
Right, have this is a great concept.
Put the salt on and all this shit.
You got what I need.
Job 6:5. Does the wild ass brave when he have grass, or love the oxen with fire? Right. So if anybody gonna complain why they eat, man, you know, so can that which is unsavory be eaten without salt? Was there any taste in the white of an egg? The thing that my soul refused to touch, or my soul are for meat, man. So you're sitting there looking, you know, because eating your kids is really gonna be the last resort, man.
It was like the movie Doomsday. In the movie Doomsday, I think we might have watched it here. We watched it one day for class, man. There was a virus that broke out, and basically a virus broke out, and it was in Britain, and just like Escape from New York, they put a big ass wall up around a big portion of Britain, and everybody on the inside.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, the people on the inside survived. They became, they built up a natural immunity and they lived. And then they found out that everybody else outside the zone got sick. Mm-hmm. So they needed to send somebody in to bring somebody out that they sealed up to left for dead. Wow. And they said, as a matter of fact, it was a chick that played Sonya in the Rise of the Lycans movie. They sent her in, and with a team, they sent her in to track somebody out. So because they wanted to get the antibodies from the people that were straight, and the people that were in there had turned to cannibalism because there was no food, so they were in there eating and killing each other, and they killed all the people that came in and ate them all.
So they thinking they about to get some type of salvation, some cure, and they taking their ass into hell, basically.
Pretty much, man. Mm-hmm. But it just showed to show you how that society. Matter of fact, pull it up, see if we can get some images, or we can use a fair use act and just play a portion of it. It's called Doomsday.
Yeah,
it came out think like maybe 2011, 2012.
Okay. Just good. I was up in the middle. Just slow right now.
Yes.
Because I was just pulling up these protests over here in Chile. So I'll play that.
Yeah,
right
as a matter of fact, they just had food riots down in Chile, right? And in Venezuela.
Yeah, kind of. And then I'm gonna pull up that doomsday in a second.
There's no manufacturer or producer shit right now.
Well, they said that.
Yeah, we're nothing but just.
This was a consumer nation, which has consumed its way to
El Bosque is one of Santiago's poorest neighborhoods, and now many of its residents are going hungry. Protests were held here last year, with people asking for work, decent salaries, and increased pensions. Since the lockdown on Santiago, many of those who had low-paying jobs have lost them.
So this is crazy, man.
Ayuda, alimento. ¿Por qué? No es por la cuarentena, es ayuda, alimento. Alimento lo que están pidiendo la gente en estos momentos. Alimento. Por mi edad, y ahora soy taxista y tengo la herramienta de trabajo botada porque aquí quiero. Y quiero ver gobierno, quiero.
Chile has stepped up
You know
its
what?
sanitary
Pause real
measures.
quick. But you know what? If you were to follow those people back to their dwelling places, you know their houses are full of Cesare,
Hell yeah.
full of Mary,
Yeah.
you know, full of all these pale images of the people in the Bible, you know, and then they wonder why the Lord is doing to them what He's doing to them, man.
Also, they practice all those damn that Santeria, that bullshit.
Yeah.
Crap.
Right.
Yep.
You know, hey, but you be saying Catholicism is nothing but witchcraft. Well, Christianity
Yes,
itself.
But rebellion is just the sin of witchcraft. That's right. All that's witchcraft, and it's a high level witchcraft. It's got millions and trillions and billions of people fucking believing that shit.
Right.
You know, they'll come out and the statue was crying.
Hey,
I have a piece of toast
yeah.
that looks like the Virgin Mary.
Right. Yesterday, man, I was just listening to the TV, you know, and they stopped on what's that South Park show, and I never really watched this shit. That shit's so fucking wicked. That South Park.
It is.
And I'm in a room, and all of a sudden I hear the statue said that the statue of the Holy Mary is bleeding out her ass. And then they said her ass blood is precious. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, what the? I was like, this shit was crazy. It was on South Park, man. I was in the next room and I heard that shit, and I was like, what the fuck? I went there and turned that shit off, man. I was like, who left the TV on this bullshit?
Why is the volume up?
Right, they had the TV loud as hell.
Go ahead, brother.
This judge is chapter 8, because you know the Lord getting, hey, we in times of the Lord getting cold, man. Man, the Lord, we can see a lot of stuff, man. And guess what? I don't feel sorry for you, man.
Yeah.
All right. This Judges 10.
Perfect.
It say, yet ye have forsaken me and serve other gods, wherefore I will deliver you no more. Hey, because we do not have to sacrifice to the devil and not to the Most High, man. All right. It say, go and cry unto the gods which ye have chosen.
That's right, brother.
Let them deliver you in the time of your tribulation. And we in the time of that tribulation.
That's right.
Right, yeah, right, exactly. Go run to Cesare and Mary.
That's right. That's what the Lord say do.
To your wooden idols and your gods.
That's right. And if he doesn't doing that, go back to your Masonic temple and go see if they're gonna save you. Oh, you want to go back? Go back to go down to GD Nation. Go back to goddamn it, your money. All right, your gun. Go back to whatever the fuck you think is gonna save you. Nothing's gonna save you in this day, and you're gonna see the fury of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, man. He's gonna show you his fury, man. You all been under grace, just like we've been under grace. God damn it! But now you're gonna see him unleash it, man.
Right, even you heathen, you've been under grace because the Lord has kept His wrath off you.
For us,
now the Lord is gonna release His wrath on you, man, and you're gonna
hold back the wind.
You're gonna know that this destruction is coming from on high. But go ahead, Elder.
Yeah, because there's really no excuse for nobody, man. Man, the Lord been out there telling you the things you were doing was wrong, man. So Proverbs 1 and 24. Because I have called and ye refused. I have stretched out my hand and no man regarded. For ye have said it not. All my counsel, our Lord stretch out his hand through the men he set up.
That's right.
But It says, "For ye have said it not all my counsel, it was none of my reproof. I will also laugh at your calamity. I will mock when your fear cometh. When your fear cometh as desolation, and your destruction cometh as a whirlwind, when distress and anguish come upon you, then shall they call upon me, but I will not answer, and they shall seek me early, but they shall not find me." So ain't nobody pitying you niggas, man. You rebellious ass niggas, man. You talk shit, came up against the man, Lord, scoffed them, scorned them, made fun of them. So hey, fuck you, man. Ain't nobody, ain't nobody feeling sorry for you niggas, man. What you going through, man?
We got a scripture to back up what Elder Malcolm said earlier about what was going down in South and Central America. This is Hosea 4:17. Ephraim is joined to idols. Let them alone. Their drink is sour. They have committed whoredom continually.
Man, continually. Because you got to remember, they came over here and they were keeping the law, statutes, commandments for the most part at first, but over the years they started going off into cannibalism and paganism, and they start going off.
Going back to the wicked shit that they learned when they were among the heathen.
Exactly, that's right. And then soon as Cedric came over here, Cristobal Colon, oh man, they thought him coming to the shores, he was God. They actually believed that when they saw a lot of the accounts from the natives when they first showed up, they thought there was angels and gods coming. So they was ready to worship some shit, man. So and after seeing a couple of them motherfuckers get fried crispy toasty on them crosses, it was like, yes, the message sounds good. And now you now go ahead and say something about Guadalupe today. How many times over by with Rapaya over there in back in the day? Humble Park, yeah.
No, we had to dust our feet because the brothers actually got into a squab out there with Ephraim, man.
Yeah, they love it.
Matter of fact, Sar Sahar had to fade one of them niggas.
Once they hit them. These niggas walk with the Guadalupe every year. These niggas walk hours to that goddamn house.
When Yahushua said, when the woman asked, said, "Blessed are the paps that bear thee," Yahushua said, no, rather, that's right. The rest of they hear the words of Yahushua and do them, because what the Lord's going to bless these people here in Revelation 7, right here. 3, they're saying, "Hurt not the earth, neither the sea, neither the trees, till we have sealed the servants of our power in their foreheads," which is why I pulled it up. It's the Lord. The Most High would have been destroyed America. All right, he would have been destroyed this planet, but he's sealing us. This is all for our education, for our upbringing, and we're under tutors and under governors until the time when the Most High gives us our angelic kingdoms and shit, man. So this is all for us, man. And I heard the number of them which were sealed, and they were sealed 144,000 of all the tribes of the children of Israel. That's the one who's going to get it. Go ahead, bro.
This is 2 Peter 3:9 to back you up. The Lord is not slack concerning his promise,
right,
as some men count slackness, but is long suffering to usward. Not willing that any should perish, but that all should come to repentance. And all right there talking about who he with.
That's right.
I said to usward, man.
That's right.
The day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night.
That's right.
And the which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. The earth also and the works that are therein shall be burned up. All right, so that's what's coming, man. Thermonuclear destruction. So one day, we're gonna wake up and it's gonna be just flat out war in the world, man.
Right, and you know what? The thing is that before the nuclear destruction comes, it's gonna be hellish conditions on Earth, and here in America and abroad. It's gonna be hellish conditions, man, and cannibalism, murder, rape. All that is going to be a part of it, man.
Right? That's right.
Remember, you're gonna have beasts running around, Luke's packs of dogs and wild animals and shit. It's gonna be wreaking havoc too, man.
Yeah, sin should be invading one another, so it's gonna be.
Let's play a little bit of that clip. But we just want to declare the Fair Use Act.
That's right. We don't even have to play the music. As long as we don't play the music, they can't even say shit. I don't know, and plus it's only a trailer, so it should be fine. Because this
says the end of the world.
was an epidemic unlike any other.
See how that played out?
Within days, millions were infected. Within weeks, they were forced together.
Containment is our absolute priority.
Containment.
So they put up. So they've been playing this scenario out movies for quite some time now.
Social conditioning.
Social conditioning, exactly. And gradualism, and also the witchcraft of predictive programming, showing you the trick before they pull it.
That's right.
Bridges, streets, and rail links.
And they left to die.
And that's the same thing that's the same thing they plan on
They
doing
closed
here.
them off. They built up high walls around the city.
That's right.
That were like 30, 40 feet high. They put automatic machine guns on
Turrets.
that moved
watchtowers.
in movement, so they didn't need to. And then they had men on it for a while, and then they just left them there.
That's right.
And then everybody outside the wall started dying, and the people inside had built up a natural immunity to it and weren't dying anymore.
That's right.
All right, and there you go.
And I was going to say this: what they're going to do here in Chicago was raise up these bridges. When they raise up these bridges, they're going to cut off permanently the north side from the south side and parts of the west side from the
they're going
north
to cut
side.
off the whole, because as a matter of fact, the whole Gold Coast and River North can be cut off. River North by raising the bridges. So they're going to try to save that island of the Gold Coast because but you got Jake that's can get in from the northwest though.
Right.
So,
but they can cut off
and you still got Rogers
Kennedy.
Park.
You got the Kennedy. They can shut down every viaduct, and you can just shelter that one too. You know, they can control that as well. But then there's no way Esau's going to do. He said he's going to disappoint their enterprise.
But downtown, everything that's on the that's on the south side of the Chicago River is going to burn. Right, we have camp. All those luxury apartment buildings along Wacker Drive and along the lakefront, and everything that's on the other side of that river is
going down.
It's done. It's gonna look like this.
You can't escape the grades.
That's right.
You can cut off whatever. Esau, you can do whatever you want to do. The Lord said,
you ain't preserving all them things.
That's right. And Jake gonna find a way in. That don't matter. Somebody gonna open up the door.
Attacking himself from the other
side. That's right.
Jake got wild beasts come on.
That's right.
Apparitions. You ain't gotta worry about Jake.
That's right.
Apparitions and shit.
How many of them crackers gonna go open up Lincoln Park Zoo and let some of the animals out, man? Oh, this man.
Right. Animal right. Fucking Henry the lion that you had in there for 25 years. That was just a great day to let him out. He go fuck your ass.
The Lord is so cold. I wish I would wear the scripture.
Yeah, you got people that got wild animals as pets, man.
Yeah.
All right.
They can't feed them. They go
so they gonna let them out because they ain't gonna have the heart to kill them.
The Lord is so cold. When you read about the place in Egypt and the animals that came and function up like the locusts, those was created out of thin air, basically. The Lord brought them out of nowhere. So, zoo, that's cool, but the Lord is so wrong, it can just bring a swarm of stuff.
Well, he said
don't do it.
Well, he also said in Sirach, he said not if he wanted to destroy this place with cruel beasts, with one rough word. If the Most High wanted to say disintegrate, and he just said it ever so roughly.
Right.
Everything would just disintegrate, just like Thanos stabbing his finger.
But the Lord likes a good show. He
That's
likes
right.
to be entertained.
And he's a man of war. So he's a tactician.
The battle, the fight, right?
And he's building up his sons up for the prey, you know. But I'm gonna play a little bit more of this.
But 25 years after the outbreak, it's the virus. It's what containment has failed. What the hell are we going to do? What about destroying Islamic confidence?
Inside the hot zone. And if there are survivors, there must be a cure.
We're going out there. If there's such a thing as hell on earth, that's it.
I know what I'm looking for. If it's there, I'll find it. Take us in.
Now, once you're over that wall, there's no system, no rules, no backup. To find a cure.
And that's how Esau even set this up. Like you said, Malcolm, they're gonna have all the rich Gold Coast area all protected. They're gonna protect their financial, the treasury that's down there and all their money and gold and shit. They're gonna protect that. Some of these outlying areas, where the police ain't gonna be and the military checkpoints are not there, it's gonna be a free for all. All right, and so that means you're gonna be at the beck of your neighbors that's around you and the people who travel to your spot. And everybody gonna be hungry. Everybody gonna be mad. Everybody gonna be See, you Jake don't understand hardships when it's life and death, because they've always got that link handout, a family handout. They don't know about going to the woods and surviving, living
we
off
used to know that.
Right.
Matter of fact, that was normal way of life.
Mhm.
All males were taught that. We all knew how to light a fire.
So-called Boy Scouts.
We all knew how to fish. We knew what plants we could and could not eat, what plants to use for different healings and medicines. That was something that was widely known, and Esau removed that knowledge from the public. All right, just like the same way he removed law out of the schools, because he didn't want you to be able to go to the court without a lawyer and defend yourself.
That's right.
All right, because there was a time where people could do that, and the lawyers are sworn to the British Crown, so the lawyers are actually are put in place to ensure that their unlawful ways prosper, and to make sure that you're forced to make payments, man.
That's right.
Yeah, they want you dependent on them, and that's why they give them gifts. That's why the scriptures talk about a gift destroyed the heart, it destroys your mind, and the things that you could have actually done on your own, and they just make it so easy for you to get. And so, since that's the case, you go ahead and accept it, you take it, you know, and then you dependent on it after a while.
So you take that chip eventually.
That's it.
And this is what this vaccine, so-called COVID, is doing, is conditioning you for the chip. Because this is a sleight of hand magician
That's
trick.
the end game.
That's right. They're using this to say, damn near, look, you can't go back to school. You ain't gonna be able to go to the mall. Oh, you're gonna have to get this tested. Oh, you ain't got it tested? Why you don't want the testing? It's for your own safety and the safety of others. Why won't you do that? You know?
Shit, why did I stop these motherfuckers from smoking around here, man? That
That's
shit
right.
Fucks up everything.
That's right, brother. Come on. Come on. Come on. But that's that game.
Shit, bro. Bro.
Yes, me too, brother. Me too.
Even outside,
Make me
if you
reminisce.
walk outside next to smoke, the smoke still
They could be
outside.
50 feet away from you and it
Yes.
still comes. Like you could be driving, and then the car in front of you, and it comes and invades you, and you're like, what the fuck?
How long those droplets stay in the air, bitch?
That's right. That's right.
Smoke droplets.
That's right.
Well, like we pulled up the stats, 50,000 people a year die from secondhand smoke.
And they tell you even after you quit smoking, or which means after you quit being around somebody, if you get a secondhand smoke, that shit still fucks your lungs, man.
That's why they cut it out the restaurants, because these people were fucking dying because they were waitresses at these restaurants where they were smokers allowed.
Yeah.
And they ended up dying from that secondhand smoke to the point where they had to cut it out the restaurant.
That's what helped me get out that club life when I was bouncing all that shit, man. I couldn't take that smoke shit no more, man.
And it smells worse when you don't smoke it.
It smells worse, and it's the water you howl that shit, you know, never happens anymore.
Only 95,000 so-called deaths to COVID, which we already know half of those are just
and then they
fabricate the numbers, right? But this right here this ain't shit.
That nigga Italy, I know y'all saw that clip of the doctor in Italy.
How much cigarettes deaths worldwide to
lung pulmonary infection?
Go ahead, brother.
No, y'all good, man. The Italian general, he wasn't there before the parliament, and he was telling them about these lies. Man, let me try to pull it up, man. I guess y'all think shit. Oh, y'all supposed to help me out. You know I'm not good with the what's it called? Words.
Big words.
Cigarette smoking is responsible for more than 480,000 deaths per year in the United States. God.
So that's beating COVID right there.
Oh, it's slaughtering COVID with the COVID. COVID.
Worldwide. See what gets around 19.
1.2 million, or 8 million. 8 million per
that's
year.
A fucking pandemic.
And 1.2 are caused by secondhand.
Wow. So you're looking at
9.2 million.
9.2 million people died basically yearly from cigarette smokes and secondhand smoke.
And that secondhand smoke,
but they ain't locked down shit.
Yeah, social distance from cigarettes.
Yeah, because you know
that's just that.
That's right.
That's just that.
That's right. Secondhand
tuberculosis, cancer, heart attacks, high blood pressure, diabetes.
That's right.
The other man, come on. Come on, man.
They didn't touch that shit.
And
Like
these
you said, people die every day, B. All day long, man.
Hey, and these little kids, they can't get away from these ghetto mamas, these ghetto daddies smoking
In the car. You 3 years old in the car with the windows up.
Newborns.
You saw the newborn bitch picture with the one bitch when she was playing with and holding up a baby like this on Facebook. She was on live Instagram live smoking weed and just holding a baby up, doing all kinds of shit. And they came and arrested her ass.
No, shit, they had one lady that was letting her baby lighting cigarettes in the shop.
Yeah.
That little Asian baby.
Yeah, I see that shit.
Oh yeah, be doing fat mom.
Yeah.
How you learn?
So that proves you the hypocrisy of Esau.
They wouldn't give him cigarette. They gave him cigarettes. He stopped crying.
That's right. That proves you the hypocrisy of Esau Edom, man. All right, they know that this shit is there's way more things that's deadlier than this COVID. This COVID ain't shit, but part of the agenda to hide, like the elder said, and like the scholar said, like the apostle said, that everybody who's an intellectual who watches the stock market, who watches the real news, they know this is all a hiding of the collapse of the American dollar, because the American dollar is about to collapse any fucking way.
Remember, it's control collapse. You in the middle of
Controlled demolition
of the trade war, in the middle of a retail apocalypse, man.
That's
Somebody
right.
get Esau's made, man.
That's right.
Damn, I'm mad I can't find that clip because he was going in. It was the Italian general. He was like, look what happened to Germany. They outshined us again. We the weakest country in Europe. He was going in like this COVID shit ain't happening like this. It's all lies. And he was before like Parliament saying this shit. Like, you gotta
they
open
probably
this back
deleted
up.
that. They probably deleted it.
This Jeremiah chapter 49, verse 10. But I have made Esau bare. I have uncovered his secret places. And he shall not be able to hide himself.
That's right. So now he's out in the open, man. And this is going to be the prelude to the actual turning of the beast on America, on the whore, and hating the whore. The more America and Donald Trump alienate these foreign powers, these from Russia and China, his obvious enemies, and Iran, his obvious enemies, to his own people. Yeah, the UK. It's going to come out. All right. The Lord said that everything that you've done in secret is going to be revealed. It's going to come out that America's behind this COVID-19. It's going to come out and piss off these nations, man. All right. This is and this financial control collapse that America's doing, pulling the world down with you. That's going to come out. That's going to be part of the reason why this beast is going to flip on the floor, man. Because it's going to come down to that money and come down to these deaths. And people, they're right now throwing the blame game on China. But through the Spirit, it's gonna come. That shit gonna come back on America, man. The Lord said it. He said, "You throw up a rock up into the air, it's gonna come back down on you." All right.
I had an article. Did you know that?
Yeah, just a little more. It said, his seed is spoiled, and his brethren and his neighbors, and he is not.
There you go. And the Most High is gonna destroy you completely, where you are not. All right. It's not gonna be in the kingdom after the 1,000 years of you getting the payback. And rightly so, double, then it's never going to be a so-called red-faced, redneck, slithering tongue snake in the kingdom like that. All right? And that's what we can't wait till you eradicate it. Go ahead. Who's next?
Yeah, I had a quick little. It says this is from BusinessInsider.com. It says Europe is abandoning Trump on the world stage as it turns away from the U.S. towards China.
China. So now that explains what. That's right. Now that explains what.
Specifically to just me.
Because what Donald Trump right now and a lot of the media moguls are doing is everywhere in the news they got like the virus, the China virus, the China virus. Okay, the corona of China virus. It came from China. Oh, and they're throwing China under the bus.
The Kung Flu.
You know, so that's it. You know, this is the prelude, because you got to remember, wars always start off in Cold War. Right. We've been had a trade war with China for damn near over a year now. It's been going back a year or two. They've been threatened, you know, and now it's getting more and more tight. And now we got the so-called coronavirus. people forgot that whole trade war. They put tariffs on. We put tariffs on them, but they put tariffs on us. So that's playing part of this this money collapse too.
The food shortage.
That's right.
Which was the floods of last year's Midwest. When we went out to Iowa with the brothers, man, those fields were still completely covered with water, man.
That's right.
They were on Passover time.
That's right. And just this last one, like we were showing pictures, is the same way right now going on. So this is the Most High tearing this place up from the rooter to the tutor, causing division in every single area.
The 12 toes, they break it up, man.
That's right.
Oh, the 10 toes, Slovakia.
You're thinking about
Goliath.
Goliath, bro.
Let me just hit these points real quick. It says public opinion toward America has declined in major European countries since the start of the coronavirus pandemic. It says 76% of Germans in a new poll said their view of America has deteriorated because of the crisis.
Perfect.
Wow.
That's
So
right.
you can see that buildup of the nations being against this place,
That's what we
man.
just figured.
Especially once the facts finally come out.
Wait a minute. What did we just talk about?
Facts.
The facts coming out. You just came down.
And now you got 500 doctors saying open up. There's no reason to be shut down. 500 doctors, man. Now hold on. Now these are people. A doctor is one of the most highly uplifted people in American
Essential.
society. All right. Yeah, I mean a doctor in America, because they'll brag about their lie IQ, that lie IQ, and these doctors are the doctor. So you got a panel of 500 doctors saying that there's no reason to for this shutdown to continue. I mean,
Dr. Buttar himself, man, he's been cutting, man. He put up
now
some-
they're attacking him.
Of course.
All right, but nevertheless, bringing up.
I'm surprised they ain't killing me.
For what? They want the division.
That's
Hey,
true.
I got appreciate.
Yeah, well, right. They want because Esau
Order
wants
out of chaos.
He wants that order out of chaos, man. But you can see how it's gonna all backfire on him because the nations are getting upset, just like the Palestinians just broke off all diplomatic ties with Israel. Period. They said, "Fuck it, fuck you, fuck Israel, fuck America. We in war." So that and then they're gonna get help from the other Arab nations, and there it is.
They already got it. Yeah, that's right.
Armenians are Iranians.
But
The other one says the Arabians, the Round Dragon, will remember itself.
Yep, that's the same.
But it's above it though. That's two different people.
No, true. But I'm talking about the.
No, you said the same thing. I'm talking about what they said. They said the Armenians. No,
I'm
him and Capo.
I love the Armenians.
Right, that's the Iranians. That's two different things.
Yeah,
right?
but they still gonna join into that fight though. They still are gonna all be in it.
Y'all saying
They're all gonna come against. They're all gonna come against Esau, Edom, man.
And that's the bottom. And that's what we're hoping for.
Fight each other. Luke 12:51. Suppose that I'm coming to give peace on earth. I tell you, nay, but rather division. For from henceforth, it's not grab Zephaniah 3:8. For from henceforth, there should be 5 in one house divided, 3 against 2, and 2 against 3.
That's right.
The father shall be divided. Now look, this is talking about a household. So
That's
imagine
right.
how much more, public relations.
Yeah,
father shall be.
Yeah, my nephew's father was telling me, man, your uncle's crazy. And now it's like, well, who's crazy now?
That's right.
That's right.
Yeah.
You know?
See, but this is
your uncle crazy, man. All this shit ain't gonna happen, man. They ain't never happen in America.
But you know what you got.
Never happened in America.
But that's just going to be all these niggas, because in every single household, like the brother just read, you're going to have them going to be divided against. Some going to say they're going to take the chip. Some going to say they're going to take the vaccine. Some going to say no. How you would say, like, your mom was like be real paranoid on not going out because of the so-called thing. Some people like, no. I've seen the woman the other day wouldn't even come into the pizza spot with her dad. No, we're not coming in. No, could you please go in here? Here's my money. Here, here, could you go and do it for me? Because these motherfuckers, some of them
They got
died
people
hard.
freaked out because look, another thing that's happening too, because now they're saying they want people to come back to work. See, it's all backfiring.
Right.
Because people, some people are refusing to go back to work because they're afraid.
That's right.
Some people like fuck, and then the people are saying, "Well, I'm making more money on unemployment."
That's right.
So it's all destroying it. Esau don't know what to do anymore, man.
Exactly.
All right, he plug up one hole, another one hole, right?
That's right. And that's what you do. Because when you tell a lie, you got to make another lie just to hide the other lie.
Right. So
you
you got these people so paranoid and so afraid of something that's not even that serious.
Not even real.
Right. Or exactly. And so you got everybody spending their money on sanitizer.
Yeah, right. And face
wearing
mask.
face mask.
I see motherfuckers selling face masks for $10. Goddamn in the Jules parking lot, man. You know what I'm saying? And motherfuckers, it got a line. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers coming up to get shit. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers driving up and like, yeah, thank you. You know what I'm saying?
The father shall be divided against the son, and the son against the father, the mother against the daughter, and the daughter against the mother.
That's the whole family structure. And that means cousins, aunties, uncles, grandpapas, granddaddies, aunties. It ain't gonna be no more window love for nobody.
Murder, suicide, and they fucking family.
Yeah,
that's right. They killing their nurse.
Hey, it's getting ready to be every man for himself mentality. As a matter of fact, I heard an Israelite say that on the bus this morning.
Hey, Spirit, we were going to that last Saturday, Tuesday. Yep, doggy dog.
There you go.
The mother-in-law against her daughter-in-law, and the daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. And he said also to the people, when you see a cloud rise out of the west, straight away you say there come up the shower, and so it is. And when you see the south wind blow, you say there be heat, and they come into pass. You hypocrites. You can discern the face of the sky and of the earth, but how is it that you do not discern the sign? But how is it that you do not discern this time? Yea, and why even of yourselves judge ye not what is right? So clearly we're at the time of the ends. Now you see all this shit happening, and you motherfuckers still worried about getting out of fucking quarantine to go eat dicks. I saw a fucking picture of an Edomite and it said, my diet, and I got a quarantine, and there was a bunch of eggplant emojis lined up. So she just want to eat dicks. Show what you on her hand. But that's their mind is that, man.
That's right.
To just go to wickedness. They
I
want to go into wickedness. They not repent. Wait a second, after 16, they still ain't looking to repent, man.
That's right. That's right. And when soon as they get here, because a lot of places are starting to open up, but soon as Chicago opened up, oh man, just the first couple weeks alone, you're gonna see all the clubs, niggas gonna be 6 feet apart to get into the motherfucker.
No, the clubs will open up to phase 5.
Okay.
And phase 5 is everybody got it. It's two things. This Esau trickery. Only phase 5 is everything opens up. The only way to happen is everybody is now immune to it, or everybody got the vaccine.
There
it is. We ain't gonna get there.
Exactly.
We ain't gonna get there.
Right.
It ain't never gonna get there. And
back to heel Babylon.
Make the people riot.
Because
they're gonna give them a little bit of taste of freedom, a little bit of going to the beach, a little bit of going to the river walk, and a little bit of going to some of the social distancing bars and restaurants. But and then after they get used to that and going in the stores and not having to, then all of a sudden they're gonna take that away and people gonna fucking lose it, man.
Yep.
That's right. Because people been bottled stir crazy, man. I was telling Yaki that half the time I'm driving around looking at these speakers.
That and then you brothers read that that the Esau they made there.
Yeah, I believe someone read that one. Yeah, but you going driving around delivering food to different places, you starting to see niggas just hanging out in cars and shit, like how few motherfuckers do in the cars in the summertime. That's what niggas starting to do. They coming about. The more traffic is coming, niggas saying fuck this shit, man. I saw motherfuckers playing basketball.
Because look, I've been going up north a lot, man, and Edomites, they just hanging out. They ain't social distancing, wearing no mask and nothing, man.
Yeah. You know what's so funny? I was going fishing earlier today, and the police, the Chicago police came out like, yeah, what's going on.
And the police ain't fucking with Esau either, but they fucking with Jake though.
That's right.
Well, they told me, like, you catch anything? Like, no, I ain't catching anything. He said, go to 31st and Ashland over there by the lake. So they catching a whole bunch of stuff over there. I'm like, well, what about social distance? That shit, they over there packed up and they're not even concerned about it.
Right. And the cop gave you the advice.
Cop gave me the advice. Yeah,
I was about to buy a fishing pole.
That's all right.
Yeah.
I got fishing poles at Abraham Field.
Okay. Because I haven't been in a long time, but I wouldn't mind going.
Yeah, it's been a very long time for me too.
Hey, but see, I'm telling you, this is the shit. See, people think that the fall of America is going to be so fast and so great that it's going to be like in the blink of an eye, which technically is. If you look at it,
it's going to be like a toothache. All right, and everyone has had a toothache.
And man, this is
Right, and that's how it's gonna be. It's gonna be like a tooth, but it's gonna be a toothache that you get no relief from.
That's right.
We gotta go.
And it's gonna be a minute. And that's the whole point. It's the Lord is when the Lord makes this collapse, it's gonna be relatively fast, but even in our terms, it's still a process. All right. It ain't gonna be bam tomorrow, we just gonna be in the chariots. No, the money's gonna go down to the point where people are they're not gonna be able to go to Jewels. As a matter of fact, you go to Jewels and Walmart now. There's sections that are now depleted of food. I'll go get my
Every store
fruits.
you go
And
to.
it's like it's just rolls and rolls of frozen fruits that I do my smoothies. It's like five when it's been maybe 100 in there. You know what I'm saying? You go and get the edge.
The
It's
shelves
like
aren't deep like
get-
they used to be.
yeah, right.
And then when you walk down the aisles, there's always stuff missing.
Yeah, and it's sometimes
Especially
whole
the
things
ones in the
missing.
hood.
Yeah,
Right. Especially the ones that where Jake go.
Yeah.
Right. You know, and now I'm starting to notice too that the higher end ones are starting to look depleted now.
Yeah, Mariano's as well.
I go to
I saw that
Mariano's.
Mariano's,
I go to Mariano's and Whole Foods. They're starting to also thin out.
That's right. So it's just a matter of time when the famine actually really hits home, when you open up your refrigerator and there's not a lot of food there. Now we open back up, all your bills are due. You ain't got the goddamn stimulus again to help your ass out. Now what you gonna do to eat? All right. What you gonna do now? Motherfuckers been up there. It's right. And people who in over little break, motherfuckers like, oh, but fuck it, it's like a fucking vacation then. Fuck it, I ain't gonna even worry about shit. Now you gotta go find a job now. Now you're gonna have to try to go ahead. How what they do when you get a job? How fast you get a paycheck? About almost 3 weeks or so. You gotta go ahead and slave your ass for 3 weeks. Now you gotta get up there with no money to get up there. They don't give you shit.
Yeah, you got lunch money. You got,
Come on,
you got
gas.
travel money.
Yeah.
All that.
Come on, bro.
You ain't gonna have it. We gonna get ready to wrap it up, man. Get that Murph. It's done, and that scripture you have, because people are trusting in this Edomite, man. And this Sirach first. And this Edomite, you know, he how you gonna trust in someone who's willing to sacrifice and kill his own people just to make you suffer, just to put himself ahead, man?
Right.
All right.
It's Sirach 14:4. He that gathers by defrauding his own soul gathers for others that shall spend his good rises.
Woo!
We're gonna run through Esau shit, man.
Man, can you read that one?
Like,
This is what you read it one more time.
he that gathers by defrauding his own soul gathers for others that shall spend his good rises with. So look, we ain't gonna get to take great riches out of this kingdom like the first Egypt. So the Lord said, we're gonna have abundance on this side, man. The Lord finna do a mighty work. He that is evil to himself, to whom will he be good? He shall not take pleasure in his goods. All this shit, you know, these preppers and shit, you know, Esau starting all this shit up. Guess what? You starting up for us, man. And how can you trust this devil? All right, like I said, to whom? Because when you start up talking about him being covetous, man, we actually keep going. His man is covetous, man. What the fuck? This devil does nothing for nobody, bro. Yeah. And you really think he's looking out for you now with this COVID-19? No,
Right.
he always has to.
Or send you a stimulus check, which he gonna tax you on the other end.
7th verse. And if he do it good, he do it unwillingly.
That's right.
And at the last, he will declare his wickedness. You know what's heavy? They're talking about this second round of stimulus, right? But it was another article that said, what else is in there? And it said that comes with the stimulus. It said forced vaccination is part of the damn deal.
Yeah, it is.
So you know Esau give you.
And they're gonna say, look, you can get this next one, but you gotta get this.
No, they already said that in California. They said that any governmental assistance that you get from the city, you're gonna have the vaccination. Which means you don't get the vaccination, you will not get your assistance. And they're going to give you the flu. The corona.
And then
they're gonna give it to you.
It's gonna really become a true pandemic.
Exactly.
It's gonna start spreading for real.
That's
they won't
right.
have to lie and fabricate the numbers.
That's right. This is Job 20:22. And the fullness, was that it? Or that's more than that?
Yeah, that was it.
And the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits.
Right. So that also means the miracles are gonna start happening and coming soon too, because that means that Esau is very close to coming to his sufficiency. He's very close to filling his belly. Man.
Yes.
All right. So because his plan is about to be implemented, and let's not forget a part of this whole fifth wave thing too is that 5G. That 5G is on top of that shit.
That's right.
You take the vaccination and then this 5G goes live. People are fucked.
That's right. It says, when he's about to feel his belly, the Most High shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him and shall rain it upon him while he is eating. So the Lord said, soon as he actually put out the order that everybody got to get chipped, everybody got to get vaccinated, everybody has to, and it's already done and it's in process. That's when the Lord is about to go ahead on and set up his process, right?
Because Esau has set his table.
That's right.
So the dinner plates are set. You know, you got your 2 forks, you got your salad fork,
that's right.
Fork, you got your butter knife and your steak knife, your water glass, your wine glass. He's sitting down and he's snapping the little thing and putting it on his leg and he's ready. And they're starting. And as soon as they start bringing that meal out, and they start, that's the part they are now. And now the meal is being brought out. But as soon as they started taking it off and putting it on the plate, soon as he's about to start, it's a wrap.
That's it.
And so that's how close this thing is.
Hey, and that's what time it is. Esau think the elites, they ready to make their last moves. Look, you get everybody. The whole world has been affected by this COVID.
That's right.
They're ready to make their move on the whole world.
That's right.
The whole world's gonna switch. Currencies,
digital.
the water. Currencies, to go digital. The
Yeah.
water. They're gonna switch currencies to go digital. That's their plan.
Well, we already got it here in America. That was part of the first thing.
In fact, I hit this precept.
Go ahead, bro.
Okay. It's Isaiah chapter 33:1. Woe to you that spoilers, and thou wast not spoiled, and dealest treacherously, and they dealt not treacherously with thee. When thou shalt cease to spoil, thou shalt be spoiled. And when thou shalt make an end to deal treacherously, they shall deal treacherously with thee.
That's right.
That's what Esau is at right now, man. He's ready to lock this thing up. All right, and guess what? Now these nations turn on you. Now now Iran, who's already had beef with you for so long, they attacking diplomatic buildings. All right, and Iraq and shit, fucking up British soldiers and American soldiers.
Yeah,
now
and now the Saudis are starting to get the relations between America and the Saudi Arabians are starting to fall apart too.
Right, they threw away all that money into those driverless Uber cars, man. A couple years back already, man. They started dumping the dollar themselves, man.
There it is, man.
Did anybody read Job 20:15?
No, I read it. I went down. Go ahead.
Last one. You got a couple over there. Come. All right, but then yours pops. Couple there, then Elder Quran gonna close it out.
Okay, this is Job 20:15. He hath swallowed down riches, and he shall vomit them up.
And everybody knows that one of the Rothschilds could end world hunger. All right, one of the Rockefellers could do it. All right, shit, Michael Jordan could. All right, but guess what? Motherfuckers don't care. All right, go ahead, brother.
Okay, and he shall vomit them up again. Most High shall cast them out of his belly.
That's right.
You go get the gut punch, man.
That's right.
Vomit that shit up.
That's right. Hey, matter of fact, all that gold and all them vaults and all those silver bars and so forth, all that's going to be collected. All that's going to be collected and brought over to our various kingdoms, and it's going to be built up. We're going to build up our plantations and our mansions. We're gonna have off the backs of the elites.
Yeah.
All right.
And you know what? And how right is out, man. I'm gonna be just like King Solomon, man. I'm gonna be eating off gold plates. Man.
That's right. That's right.
Gold plates, gold.
It's gonna be a law. It's really a law we got to. It's in Isaiah.
My
have
cup.
gold for silver.
Man, my cup is gonna be gold.
If silver was what was used on this side, then we gotta be gold in the kingdom.
And it was I think
our goblet's gonna be worth more than the Taj Mahal, man.
That's right.
We're gonna have a gold goblet with rubies and emeralds and
gonna have his own design.
sapphires.
That's right. Now, that's right, bro. Well, but this is what's going to happen. This is thus saith the Lord, man. For all the shit that they fucking did to us, man. And I think in the book of Josephus they said that if a fly landed on one of Solomon's golden ware, they took it and they threw it away. They went and melted it. They purified. They went and melted it down just because a fly landed on the shit. know what I'm saying? Now I don't know if that's right. I think that's what that's what I've heard. I didn't read it myself. I heard that was in there. But I can see it because ain't gonna be no random flies coming into the kingdom anyway. We have 100% control. Ain't gonna be no ants and no. We ain't gonna have no mold and spiders.
Flies and stuff like that. They gonna work for us.
That's right. That's right. They will be afflicted to the pit.
Right, and nothing worse than a damn fly when you just
That's
a pestilence. The gnats are a pestilence. You get the gnats in your goddamn lemonade. You had a picnic and shit, and you just defiled the whole goddamn lemonade. Like, I don't even want this shit now. I gotta go scoop them. We have all done it.
Go ahead, bring off those last two scriptures.
This is Psalms 79. I start at 10. It says, "Wherefore should the heathen say, where is their God? Let him be known among the heathen in our sight by the revenging of the blood of thy servants which is shed. Let the sign of the prisoner come before thee. According to the greatness of thy power, preserve you those that are appointed to die, and render unto our neighbors sevenfold into their bosom their reproach, wherewith they have reproached thee, O Lord. So we, thy people and sheep of thy pasture, will give thee thanks forever, and will show forth thy praise to all generations."
It says sevenfold.
Sevenfold.
So give them whatever it completes me to put on them, they got to deal with.
Sevenfold. Everybody that reproached our Lord.
And then the Lord knows your own imaginations that you come with, that you hate the most, what you scared of the most. Lord's gonna bring them right on. That's some scary shit right there, bro.
Yeah,
those come
right.
first.
People who got fear of spiders, tight places, arachnophobia. People who are afraid of mice or snakes. The Lord gonna let you die by that which frightens you, man.
That's right.
You scared of small spiders, you run from a bunch of small spiders and flip the corner on a giant one.
That's right. Hey, that's that old arachnoid shit. Not even B movie, C movies.
Yeah, exactly. That's 126 movie.
All right.
Isaiah 24 and 5. The earth mourneth and faded away. The world languisheth and faded away.
Still
the hardy people of the earth do language. The earth also is defiled.
See, now Esau is starting to languish. Now we starting to see them get mad. Matter of fact, they're the ones spearheading the shit by going to these town halls with the rifles and guns.
At dignitaries' houses and things.
Exactly. Right. That now they starting to feel it. This division is running deep. Go ahead.
Yeah, they ain't paying attention to their prince of their kings now.
That's right. That's right. They're ignoring them. That's right.
God says, the earth mourneth and faded away. The world languishes and faded away. The hardy people of the earth do languish. The earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed the laws.
Man, no land Sabbaths. They put all kind of chemicals in the food, water, the air. They destroyed this place. Go ahead.
God changed the ordinances, broken the everlasting covenant. Therefore have the curse defiled the earth, and they that dwell therein are desolate. Therefore the inhabitants of the earth are burned, and few men left.
So the Most High said, after this judgment he's going to come, he said a child could write the names, because it's going to be that few. All right.
Well, we become 1,000.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
The new wine mourneth, the vine languisheth, all the merry hearted do sigh.
And a lot of the new crops they're throwing away right now. They're getting a whole bunch of, we can't deliver it, and by the time we deliver it, it's gonna be molded. It's rotten because we don't have the orders that coming in from all the other spots. Instead of opening up a spot saying free food to it or donating, which will get the money back.
One nigga said he would give out, I think he said a penny a pound his tomatoes, but they happen. They, for whatever reason,
because they're not gonna let it happen. They don't want that shit to happen. That's gonna mess up the jewel. That's gonna make no. They're gonna block that shit. And if you ain't in the area to know what's going on, how you gonna know? Because I guarantee you, 100 bunch of niggas gonna say you're gonna give 1,000 pounds of tomatoes for a penny.
Banks that's low on food or backed up. Let them give that shit to them. This man feel like all these tomatoes rot.
Because they're gonna claim it either way. That shows you the hatred of Esau Edom. Because they know if they gave it away or if they let it rot, they still gonna get that a return when they're gonna write it off either way. So that
farmers kill themselves, man.
a lot of them are there, because they're not making no profits no more.
And they were already in
It ain't
debt.
their fault. Esau, the government is fucking them up. They
Yep.
let them
But
do
you
shit.
know what? Fuck them, because they got that land unrighteously.
You're right.
That's
right.
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 Yeah, that's
They
right.
got all that land
That's
grabbed. They got
That's
all
right.
that land, and right, and it was not theirs to have.
And they hate us
You know
too.
what? At one point, Esau was paying you like a milk surplus and shit. They was paying them for that. You know, and now they getting fucked up. And they telling them to destroy the milk.
That's right.
They can't even sell their milk. They had them destroy hundreds of gallons of milk.
It's stupid, man.
And these motherfuckers, man,
Esau's
that's crazy.
dumb,
Farmers through good riddance. Like Elder, I ain't
That's
even
right.
thought about that. You're right, Elder, man. That's y'all judging, man.
That's right.
More to that,
Yes.
brother.
This
That's right.
Isaiah 24:8. The birth of tabrets ceases. The noise of them.
Hey, now the clubs are gone.
Yep.
These
That's
churches are
right.
going. Oh man, I passed by one of them churches. They had the boards. I said, due to vandalism, we are making sure we're boarded up until COVID is over. Man, all these churches, like doors are closed. Man, but the Most High said, because he said those are noise, aggravation in his ears, man. A smoke in his nostrils.
Yeah.
He's to hear the goddamn singers, man.
The day is gonna come. The day will come, man, that a gospel song, smoking a cigarette, smoking weed, just get you put to death, man.
Hallelujah.
Even saying the name Cesare the other way will get you put to death, man.
That's right.
You can talk about AJ, man. The day is gonna come. All right. Go ahead,
CJ, AJ, JC, all them bitches.
The mirth of the tabret ceases. The noise of them that rejoice in it. The joy of the harp ceases.
That's right.
It said they should not drink wine with a song. Strong drink should be bitter to them that drink it.
That's right. Hey, and I'm telling you, mentioned them stores, the liquor store sales being high as hell. Man, almost all the liquor stores, they have lines out just like the goddamn grocery store for the liquor stuff. And then they only let you come in, so many come in, so then they have motherfuckers outside.
Indiana,
and
they bringing it out
so,
too.
I know, yeah. They got curbside service in Indiana. That's right, brother. I saw that too. You actually go, they actually built a window in the doorway so people come up to the door and they'll go get I would like a fifth of Hennessy. We want a fifth of Hennessy. And this motherfucker gotta come back and get the shit. And the motherfuckers long lines and shit. That's the new that's the new normal. That's that cool?
That's like
Now you want to stand outside to go get your shit?
A lot of niggas in the summertime in Chicago gonna get judged.
That's right.
Waiting on the goddamn trying to get a fifth. They're gonna be standing. And the ops gonna catch them.
That's
niggas
right.
Outside.
That's
There's gonna
right.
be a lot of judgment.
Hey, the people don't know that niggas ain't squashing no beefs.
At all.
Niggas still doing nigga shit. The Popo's still over here, ain't shit changed.
Cold.
Now, let them get one month.
Yeah,
or
because they
2
can't
months
get
of
out of a spot. You gonna get
Exactly.
caught standing in that line, and then you gonna hit some innocents that ain't got nothing to do with it, and then you gonna draw the wrath for that.
Man, these
You gonna
motherfuckers
create
are ready, man. And let them get 2 months of where they can go hoop at the park. You know what I'm saying? Go out and do some shit back. Niggas gonna show up, man. Niggas, that's what they already started to do. Fucking demons.
Isaiah 24:10. The city of confusion is broken down.
Yes,
done.
Every house is
Babylon is fallen. The Most High is we are seeing the slow motion fall of Babylon right as we speak.
Actually,
The Lord
it's kind of happening kind of fast.
That's
That's
right.
But go ahead, brother.
short for the next sake.
Hey,
Y'all try to put out that trip quick.
It says the city of confusion is broken down. Every house is shut up, and no man may come in.
and that's starting now. A lot of people don't want nobody to come over unless you.
Fuck no.
Yeah, you can't even get in certain buildings because if you're not a resident, then I say no, you can't have no company. Showing you the oppressive
Yeah,
nature of
people
this
saying
society.
I had a new boyfriend or girlfriend, and I can't even see him.
Yeah,
You know, so people are very frustrated, man. Right?
It says there is a crying for wine in the streets. All joy is darkened. The birth of the land is gone.
Hey,
That is,
hey,
man, this
hey,
place
hey,
finished.
hey, wait till people can't get their weed no more.
Oh well, yeah. Hey, how many times you heard me say
cigarettes? Yeah,
cigarettes? The drugs.
Cigarettes.
Pop said they drugs, man. Hey, look. Hey, I've said it 1,000 times, man. You're gonna have people, women, all right, are gonna be turning tricks for cigarettes, man. That's how bad it is. You allow yourself to allow this time to come and get to this collapse, and you haven't cut yourself off from those vices. Those vices are gonna make you do things that you normally wouldn't do, man. So people are gonna kill. People are gonna kill for cigarettes, and a woman will allow herself, or a man for that reason, to be violated and misused just for something as simple as a couple
All
of
this
cigarettes.
shit happening already.
So, hey, so with that,
I got
man,
one last one.
Go ahead, brother.
This is Psalms 58:10. The righteous shall rejoice when he seeth the vengeance. He shall wash his feet in the blood of the wicked.
Hey, we gonna moonwalk sideways.
That's right. So that a man shall. That's right. So that a man shall say, "Verily, there is a reward for the righteous. Verily he is a God that judges in the earth." And we're gonna rejoice when the righteous are rejoicing. The Lord is taking this place down in the face, the division, the destruction, the chaos, the uncertainty. People right now, we have not, and in our lifetimes, have not been anywhere
Well,
near
they're
this.
starting to live like Jacob. They're uncertain of their tomorrows.
That's right.
So that's good for them.
That's right.
Hey, so with that, man, we're gonna give all praises, glory, and honor unto Yahweh.
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rakakodash.
Abba,
Abba, Abba.
You start.